Hey guys, Timeboy601, and today we are going back to Apex Legends. We have a new patch. We got 1.1.1. Here are the patch notes for the newest version of Apex. There are some pretty cool changes afoot. The big guys are getting a big buff, and there are also some weapon balance changes. All of that ahead, so stay tuned. Like I said, guys, there are some pretty significant changes to Apex Legends, specifically the larger characters. In fact, three of the biggest characters, that's going to be Pathfinder, Gibraltar, and Caustic, are all getting a new skill added to them called Fortified. Now, what Fortified is going to do, it's going to reduce the overall damage taken by 10%. The larger hitboxes are going to be compensated for by this new 10% reduction in damage, and let me tell you, it's the time of the heavies. It is so much fun to play as the big boys. I went in and dropped in as Gibraltar. It was a ton of fun. So let's get to some other changes to these guys. First off, Caustic, like I said, he's going to get that fortified passive perk, but additionally, he's going to increase his gas damage per tick from 1 to 4, which is a massive buff for him. That is going to make his gas even more deadly, especially in those more open areas, because you are going to have time to actually get some damage off. Next, you have his ultimate. They're increasing his throw distance from 28 meters to 33 meters, so an additional 5 meters of throw. That's a pretty decent buff there, and I expect to see a lot more Caustics out there, and I hope this kind of helps him out. Now, Gibraltar, he is also getting that fortified passive perk, but the other thing that they are changing for him, they're changing his gun shield health from 50 to 75, which is a surprising amount of damage for it to absorb, and it does a very good job. I was really enjoying using Gibraltar when I dropped in. On the weapon side of the equation, they've made a number of changes to try to improve the power of long-range gameplay. They're reducing the leg shot damage reductions on sniper category weapons, so you're not punished for landing inaccurate shots at long distances, given the semi-auto and low damage nature of their current sniper suite, coupled with the general speed and evasiveness of many of the legends. It's kind of hard to hit those precision shots, so they don't want to penalize us as much. They're reducing the general sniper weapon spray and also increasing the power of the DMRs with a few targeted buffs to make them more viable for those longer range engagements. Separately from the sniper category, they're also nerfing the Spitfire a bit. The goal is to keep it still strong, as it is a rare spawning weapon. The Wingman is also receiving a few magazine size nerfs, so it doesn't dominate stock gun versus stock gun battles early on due to its super high damage per bullet. And then lastly, the Havoc is getting some general ammo and charge beam buffs to bring it in line as a viable energy ammo AR that competes with the R31 and Flatline/Hemlock. The end goal is that the Havoc pressures players' ability to find energy ammo, but it's less dependent on finding the attachments, whereas the R31, the Flatline, and the Hemlock, they are less about having that ammo pressure, but they have a higher reliance on finding more attachments to achieve power. So, what are these changes? First off, the G7 Scout, the Triple Take, and the Longbow DMR, they lowered the leg damage reduction from 25% to 10%. They reduced the base weapon sway by about 33%, and they also reduced the base weapon speed by about 25%. For the Longbow DMR, they increased the rate of fire from 1.2 to 1.6 rounds per minute. I definitely want to give this gun another chance, because that has been my biggest problem with the Longbow, is just how slow the rate of fire is, and this is a decent buff to that, so I do definitely want to try that one out. They also increased the magazine size, so a base mag is going from 5 rounds to 6 rounds. The common mag extender is going to push it from the 6 rounds to 8 rounds. The rare mag extender was 8 rounds. It's now going to go to 10 rounds. And finally, the epic, well, 10 to 12. So you kind of see they've basically added 2 for each of those additional tiers. The Havoc, now they've increased the base magazine size from 25 to 32 rounds. That does feel really good. It is definitely a very powerful weapon early game. And the charge beam, they've reduced the cost per shot from 5 to 4, meaning you now get 8 shots per magazine with the charge shot. They also increased the close range damage from 55 to 60, increased the damage at range from 45 to 50. The close range damage fall off increased, and the range damage fall off increase. So now it has a maximum range of about 125 meters. Moving on to the Wingman, and it's all about reducing the magazine size. The base mag is now only 4 rounds. It is not that traditional 6 shooter anymore. In order to get it to 6 shots, you're going to have to get the common mag extender for the heavy rounds. If you want to get 8 rounds, it's going to be, you need the rare mag extender, and if you happen to find upon an epic mag extender, you are going to have 10 rounds in the chamber with the Wingman. The final big change to guns is with the Spitfire. They reduced the base damage from 20 to 18. I gotta use this gun. It still feels really good. It still feels very powerful. The magazine extender attachments were also reduced, so the common mag now only gives you 40, the rare 45, and the epic 55. They did also change some of the gold weapon attachments. Now if you pick up a gold Havoc, it will have a turbocharger installed and a 1-to-2 hollow sight. If you pick up a gold R301, it's now going to have a 1-to-2 times hollow sight. And if you have a gold Wingman, it will now have the digital threat detector sight on it, which really is nice. The final big change that they made to the game is they increase the jump ship speed by about 50%. This does make that early part of the game feel a lot better, and I really like this change. It just makes the beginning of the game something that Apex does a really good job of compared to the other battle royales of getting you right into it. This makes that feeling even better. It feels good, and overall, I really like this change, and I'm glad to see them do it. So guys, that is everything that we got today with this new patch. Overall, I'm really liking it. It got me to dive back into Apex, and I'm finding myself really enjoying it. What do you guys think of this patch? Let me know down in the comments below, guys. My name is TommyBoy601. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.